So I want to give an update on Bernie Sanders. Today is February 17th, 2020, which means it's only 12 days, 15 days until Super Tuesday, just over 2 weeks. 2 days before the debate, so there's going to be a debate on Wednesday, and 5 days before Saturday's Nevada caucuses. So February 17th, 2020, I just finished watching Bernie Sanders give a speech in California, and he's talking about the no preference, the NPP people, they need to switch to the Democratic ballot. They still have time to do that. And Colorado is, voting with California, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, and, 15 elections are happening on Super Tuesday. So Bernie Sanders is a tour de force. Bernie Sanders is kicking ass and taking names. Bernie Sanders is a badass. So just 2 weeks and a day away, Colorado is going to come out strong for Bernie Sanders. I can feel it in my bones. They voted for Bernie, I think, over Hillary. Bernie's still holding strong at 21 delegates. He only needs 1,980 left to go for victory. So we need a majority. So 2001 minus 21, 1980. Bernie gave a speech in Denver yesterday, so he's been giving he gave a speech in Texas, Nevada, Colorado, California. Bernie Sanders has been, kicking ass, taking names, just, giving these rallies and speeches all over the place. Now, he gave one in Denver yesterday, February 16th, and in Texas and Nevada a couple days ago. So, yeah, he's kicking ass and taking names. So, let's see. There was something interesting that happened to Bernie. He was punked by some prankster. Somebody was sitting there pretending to be Greta Thunberg, but it wasn't. And so they snickered, and then Bernie hung up on them. Because they said something, well, we think that you're brainwashed by the Russians. You're just bringing communism to the Russia. You're just bringing communism to America. You're doing Russia's bidding. So I paid attention. I don't want to be nitpicky, but I just, you got to pay attention to some of these politicians. They like to evolve and change their positions. So I was paying attention to Bernie's rally in Dallas, Texas. It was on Valentine's Day, February 14th. I took a bunch of notes. The Vandaliers were the musical guest. 7,000 people were listening to his speech on Bernie's public Facebook page, on Facebook Live. It's basically a standard boilerplate speech, but why listen to Bernie's speech when you can just listen to another guy summarize Bernie's speech for you? So he starts off in Texas. He's like, I've never been to a rodeo in my life, but I do work in Washington, D.C., and I do hear a bunch of bullshit. And the crowd went crazy. He got a bunch of cheers. We're going to win the state of Texas, he says. He predicts how. He says, well, Donald sucks. He's a divider. Bernie's a uniter. He's bringing black, white, Latino, Asian, gay, straight, black, brown, white, gay, straight, both, male, female, both, everybody, religious bigot. He's saying how he's racist and sexist and a religious bigot, and then he says that those are Donald's best qualities. Those are Donald's best qualities. And so he's, kicking ass. He's doing good with the jokes, right? And he says that we're going to make Donald a one-term president. He says there's an unprecedented grassroots movement that's happening that transcends race and age and class. He says we're better humans, that there's, corporations, they lie, cheat, and steal to make as much money as they can, destroy the environment, do whatever it takes to make a bunch of money. But he says we're better people because we care about other people. He invoked Martin Luther King Jr., the gay rights, women's rights, environmental rights movement, talking about how there's lots of young people coming out, millions of young, especially for climate change, the Sunrise Movement. The crowd started chanting, Bernie, Bernie. Bernie goes, no, no, no. As much as I want my ego stoked, it's not about, me. And then the crowd started chanting, not me, us, not me, us, not me, us. Somebody passed out at the Bernie rally. EMT's on their way. Bernie gives his water to the person in need. So Bernie's Jesus, right? He's just giving out holy water, showing love, compassion. Not we, us, not we, us. She's okay. Cheers. Make it easier to unionize. He predicts that union membership will double in 4 years. He's going to provide millions of jobs with infrastructure, affordable housing programs. So he wants to make it easier to unionize. He talks about how trillions went to the bankers who crashed the U.S. economy. Donald Trump passes tax cuts for the wealthy. So if we can give the banks trillions of dollars, if we can pass tax cuts for the billionaires, then we can cancel all student debt in America. Healthcare is a human right, not a privilege. So fantastic. Free college, free healthcare. Said the Green New Deal, this is, going to get under Klobuchar's crawl. She hates the Green New Deal, says it's pie in the sky. Bernie says Green New Deal, retrofitting, buildings, changing, transportation, improving agriculture. We need a Green New Deal. He's going to end capital punishment. He's going to end cash bail. 400,000 people in jail today who are not convicted, but they just can't afford bail. He's going to end private prisons, end private detention centers, saying corporations should not profit from locking Americans up. He's going to end the war on drugs. Pete Buttigieg can't say the same thing, nor Joe, nor Elizabeth Warren. Tulsi Gabbard can, by executive order. Bernie Sanders is going to legalize marijuana in every state in the United States, expunge all the marijuana records. Klobuchar is going to legalize marijuana but not expunge any of the records. Michael Bloomberg says that legalizing marijuana is the dumbest decision he's ever heard of because he's, never heard of a bunch of the Hale-Bopp people. Major reform, immigration system, Don demonizes, no more demonization when it comes to immigrants, comprehensive immigration reform. He wants a pathway to citizenship for the undocumented, get citizenship for the dreamers, have federal agents, get them to stop snatching babies from the arms of mothers. Won't be locking children up in cages anymore. He's going to end ICE raids terrorizing communities all across the United States. So, expect comprehensive immigration reform. It's been a long time coming. They should pass immigration, an education bill, an immigration bill, a health care bill, a war bill, a peace bill. They should be passing these kinds of bills like every fucking year. So the fact that we haven't had an update to the immigration is fucking ridiculous. He's talking about gun control. He's saying there's too much gun violence. So he used to defend the Second Amendment, but now he's saying he's going to take the NRA on. He says that gun legislation should be written by the citizens, not the NRA. The NRA has a D. Bernie Sanders has a D- when it comes to the NRA, but he hopes to do worse with them. He wants an F from the NRA. He's going to get universal background checks. He's going to end the gun show loophole, and he's going to end the sale and distribution of assault weapons. He is pro-choice, says that women should control their bodies, not the government. Says that the Republicans are hypocrites because they want to control a woman's body, but they want to, keep government out of people's lives. He's talking about how the establishment is getting nervous, and they should, because he's taking on not just the fossil fuel industry, but he's taking on Donald Trump and the Republicans and the Democratic establishment, the greed of Wall Street, the greed of insurance companies, big pharmaceutical companies, the greed of fossil fuel, the greed of the military-industrial complex. He's going to end the endless wars. He's going to take on the greed of the private prison industry, put them out of business, and he's going to bring everybody together, bring working people together, white, brown, black, everybody. 1% is the few, so 99% can easily crush the 1%, creating government and an economy that works for all of us. We will defeat the rich and powerful every time because 99% is greater than 1%. And then for Texas, he says, everybody come out, aim for the highest voter turnout rate ever, transform this country. And when you think about it, who can beat a populist? Donald Trump is a populist. He appealed to the people. So the Republicans love their base, embrace their base, but the Democrats hate their progressive base. Only a populist can beat another populist. How could it be any other way? So he's a populist. So therefore, either a right-wing or a left-wing populist, some kind of populist has to be able to beat the other populist. That's the nature of democracy. The person with the most votes wins. So Election Day is a massive popularity contest for the leadership of the people. And the only way you're going to beat somebody who's getting all the votes is to have somebody that gets more votes. You have to have a populist. You got to have a bigger populist. You beat populism with your own better style populism. You beat small-time bullshit populism with big-time, real, honest, socialist, concrete solution populism. So you can only beat a populist with another populist. Only Bernie could really beat Donald. I think. I mean, shit, unless some third party really just, unless the Democrats pick Bloomberg, and then that'll give the Green Party or Libertarians or some other third party to, you know, actually probably make a dent in this election. And then in California, he said that no PP, the voter, he told them to register to Democrats. If you're in California, you could still re-register to be a Democrat, get a Democratic ballot, and then you could vote for Bernie Sanders. So that's for California. And so, you know, it all checks out. It basically, boilerplate, he's been saying the same shit over and over again. It's all important stuff, and he's been kind of saying the same speech everywhere that he goes. So those are the issues that Bernie Sanders are bringing, you know, he's talking about in the campaign. These are the progressive policies that he's going to champion when he's in office. These are the promises. These are the planks to his platform. This is the social contract with the American people Bernie Sanders is offering to us. And so, yeah, this is, I mean, when he gets in office, he can do whatever the hell he wants to do, but we say, hey, you said you were going to get us health care, and he's like, you know, Donald would just be like, I lied. But Bernie be, you know, oh, yeah, no, you're right. Okay, let's get some health care. We need to work on this health care. No, I did say we were going to get health care, and, you know, and Bernie care. We need Bernie care or bust, right? But it's not just Bernie. It's bigger than Bernie. Look at all the ideas that he's bringing out. You know, he's more progressive. They want to say he's a radical because he's the most progressive out of all the Democrats in the race, but he's FDR, Eisenhower, Republican. Yeah. Oh, man. Watch out. He's, you know, regular old Hunter S. Thompson with this mescaline platform. Watch out. There's a Bolshevik, you know, on the loose. So, yeah. Peace out, world. Vote for Bernie.